Today, I'm going to show you how to make an antibacterial kitchen spray for 8 cents a bottle that outperforms everything on that shelf you have been paying $6 for. Stick with me through this because music, the exact formula is coming in under 2 minutes. But first, I need to show you what you have actually been buying. Because once you see what the FDA quietly did in 2016, the price on that bottle is going to look very different. I have been making this formula in my own kitchen for months. Every counter, every stovetop, every cutting board runs on this now. I will never go back. Here is why. Pick up any bacterial kitchen spray and read the ingredients panel. About 98% of what is in there is water. The remaining 2% is fragrance, a stabilizer, and an active compound called a quat, a quaternary ammonium compound at roughly 0.3% concentration. The quat works, but the ingredient it replaced, music, the one sitting in every antibacterial household product for 40 years, was not voluntarily reformulated. It was banned by the FDA in 2016, ruled not safe and not effective after the industry spent 4 decades telling you it was both. The compound was called triclosan. It was in liquid hand soap, toothpaste, cutting boards, children's toys, and your kitchen spray. The FDA had been requesting proof from manufacturers since the 1970s, music proof that triclosan was actually safe and worked, measurably better than plain soap and water. Decade after decade, that data was not produced. In September 2016, the final rule came down. Triclosan was classified as not generally recognized as safe or effective for consumer antiseptic use. Products were quietly reformulated. Music. Labels stayed nearly identical. Prices did not change. No announcement, no disclosure campaign, no letter in the mail. The bottles looked the same. Ingredient list changed. Music and the people buying them at the grocery store kept buying them. What they swapped in, the quat doing the job in your bottle today, does work, but it works under specific conditions. Music that nobody puts on the label. I will get to that in a few minutes because that part applies to every spray you have ever bought, commercial or homemade, and most people have never heard it. What actually kills bacteria on a kitchen surface comes down to 3 mechanisms. First, pH shock. Bacteria survive within a narrow pH window, roughly music 6.5 to 7.5. Push the surface outside that range, and bacterial cell function collapses. Second, oxidation. Music, hydrogen peroxide at 3%. The brown bottle from any pharmacy for about $1 floods bacterial cell walls with reactive oxygen species that, music, destroy the lipid membrane from the inside. The EPA has hydrogen peroxide at that concentration, music, listed as a registered surface disinfectant, not a folk remedy, not an old wives' trick. On the official approved disinfectant list, third, surfactant disruption. Music. Dish soap is not only a degreaser, sodium lauryl sulfate physically ruptures bacterial cell membranes by attacking the lipid bilayer directly. Music. Degreaser and antimicrobial action from the same molecule at the same time. You do not need a proprietary formula to access any of this. About vinegar, half the internet has built an entire DIY cleaning movement on it. Music. And you need the actual science before you commit to it. Vinegar is acidic, pH around 2.5 at full concentration, music. And at full strength, it can inhibit bacterial growth, but every standard DIY recipe dilutes it 1.1 or 1.4 with water. And at those ratios, the pH rises enough that the antibacterial effect drops close to 0. Food science researchers at multiple universities have tested household vinegar concentrations directly against E, or music, coli, and salmonella, consistently ineffective as a standalone disinfectant at the dilutions people actually use. Vinegar is excellent at dissolving mineral deposits and cutting light surface grease. Use it, music, for that. Do not count on it to disinfect the surface where raw protein just sat. That is not an opinion. Music, that is a controlled lab result. Now, before the formula, there is one detail almost no one raises in the DIY cleaning conversation, and it applies to the $6 commercial spray on your shelf just as much as anything homemade. Contact time. Music. To kill bacteria, a disinfectant needs to stay wet on the surface for a specific window. Music. Quats require 60 seconds minimum. Hydrogen peroxide at 3% needs 1-2, music, 2 minutes depending on the pathogen. Most people spray a counter and wipe it immediately. That motion removes bacteria physically with the cloth, but the active compound never had its window. The surface looks clean. The bacteria count drops because you literally, music, wiped them away. The disinfectant did nothing useful. 60 seconds. Set a timer once and see how long that actually feels compared to what you have been doing. The formula. 3 ingredients. Hydrogen peroxide at 3%, the standard brown pharmacy bottle, about $1, fills a 16-ounce spray bottle 15 to 20 times before it runs out. Liquid dish soap, any brand, music, any formulation, and tap water. That is the entire ingredient list. Into a clean 16 Oz spray bottle, 14 Oz of water, 1 and 1/2 Oz of hydrogen peroxide, and 1.0 ATSP of dish soap. Cap and tilt gently to mix. Do not shake, it will foam and need time to settle. Cost per bottle, 8 cents. The hydrogen peroxide handles the registered disinfection. Music. The dish soap cuts grease and delivers surfactant membrane disruption at the same music time. There's no fragrance in this because fragrance is the single most expensive component in that commercial bottle. It does nothing to bacteria. It exists because the smell of pine or citrus makes the purchase feel like it was worth $6, and that association is worth several dollars to whoever put their logo on the label. 2. Storage rules you cannot skip. First, music. We do not keep this in a clear bottle near a window or any direct light. Hydrogen peroxide degrades rapidly under UV exposure and loses potency within days. A dark or opaque spray bottle keeps it at full concentration for 4 to 6 weeks. Second, never combine hydrogen peroxide and vinegar in the same container. That combination produces peracetic acid, music, corrosive, a respiratory irritant, not something you want atomizing across kitchen surfaces. If you want both, apply them separately. Hydrogen peroxide first, full 60-second contact time, let it dry completely. Vinegar after, for mineral work or degreasing, separate bottles. Music, separate applications, never mixed. One variation worth having in your back pocket. Castile soap, a pure music vegetable. Oil-based liquid soap with no synthetic surfactants. Substitutes directly for dish soap at the exact same ratio. Same mechanism, same 8-cent cost, identical disinfection performance. Music. The swap only matters for people with sensitivities to synthetic detergent compounds in conventional dish soap. For everyone else, the results are the same. A large bottle at most grocery stores runs around $10 and fills roughly 40 spray bottles at this ratio. If you want a light scent without synthetic fragrance, 5 drops of tea tree oil per 16 OZ bottle carry peer-reviewed antimicrobial data at that concentration and cost about 1 additional cent per fill. That is the optional upgrade. Surface note before you go. Safe on sealed granite, quartz, laminate, ceramic tile, and stainless steel. Not recommended on unsealed natural stone. Hydrogen peroxide can gradually oxidize and etch unsealed marble, and certain limestones with repeated use. Most modern kitchen counters are factory sealed and will be fine. If you have an older or custom stone surface and are unsure of the seal, test a hidden. Section first. The bottle you have been buying for $6 contains a compound that replaced a banned ingredient at 0.3% music concentration in 98% water with fragrance added, so the price feels justified. The formula I just gave you costs 8 cents per fill. The disinfectant in it is EPA registered. It cuts grease. It kills bacteria as long as you give it 60 seconds before the wipe. You already suspected the markup was there. Now you know exactly which line on the label it hides behind. Thanks for watching. Share this one with whoever is still buying the $6 version, and I will see you in the next one.